the reason why the weight loss industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, getting ready to go in a multi-trillion-dollar industry, is because of people gonna always want to lose weight. People always gonna want to look better, not only look better but feel better about themselves and be able to and have a really high quality life. Well, there's stages to this thing called weight loss, where most so-called weight loss gurus or weight loss companies like to play at is in stage one, which is just weight loss. And I don't want you guys to confuse weight loss with fat loss. And the reason why, and this is kind of like the reason why I'm going to break this stuff down here for you guys, for you ladies tonight, is because that's typically what happens. The same battles that Victoria that you're fighting with looking at the scale about weight loss. I hope that this will provide some more clarity for you so you can have a deeper understanding that it's not necessarily about that number on the scale. See, for years, the gurus, the weight loss companies, they've been preying on you as a consumer about being able to lose weight quickly and easily. See, the first stage of weight loss, it only lasts 4 to 6 weeks. And this is typically where these companies and gurus like to play at, because everybody will go through a weight loss inside of 4 to 6 weeks, as long as they're doing a couple of things, as long as they're doing some things like, like reducing some type of caloric reduction gimmick that they'll have you do. And typically inside that caloric reduction gimmick, it's you reducing your calories through cutting out carbs, or only having meat and vegetables, or only having vegetables, or whatever the gimmick is. It's all about reducing that caloric intake down to a low level, to where it forces your body to start to cannibalize on itself. And I'm just gonna let you in on a little secret here. Typically in that 4 to 6 week weight loss period, your body don't care what it's shedding. It's getting rid of water, it's getting rid of proteins, getting rid of fats, getting rid of muscles, and it's clearing out your glycogen storage levels that's inside your muscle bellies. Yes, your body has glycogen storage levels. This is where your body kind of stores that immediate source of sugar, so to speak, so that way when you become active, it has an immediate source that it can tap into, so that way you have the strength to do what you can do. But during that first 4 to 6 weeks, your body just like, okay, we got a caloric reduction. There's no more water going into the muscle bellies anymore, because there has been a reduction in carbohydrate intake. And since there's a reduction in carbohydrate intake, let's go ahead and drag the little bit of testosterone that women have, a lot of testosterone that men have, as well as your HE levels. All that stuff follows carbs and water into the muscle belly. Well, if you reduce the carbohydrate intake, you just now reduce your hormonal response to you developing lean muscle. So that first 4 to 6 weeks is literally you losing everything, especially if you're on a caloric reduction meal plan that's just designed for you to make the scale number go down. So when it end up happening during this phase, like, you'll lose muscle, and that's the one thing you really don't want to lose during that first 4 to 6 weeks. You don't want to lose muscle during that first 4 to 6 weeks. Because the more lean tissue you have, it's going to help you regulate your blood sugar level. It's going to help you maintain healthy fat level. It's going to help you gain better control over your inflammation that you're experiencing in your body. And to be honest with you, the more lean mass you have, the more calories you burn when you just rest. But the weight loss company gurus, they don't care nothing about that, because they keep you stuck on what you want is to see the number on the scale go down. And some clear signs that that you're losing weight is your clothes fit looser. You know what I'm saying? The weight on the scale, it's either down plus or minus 3 to 5 pounds. If you're experiencing weight gains because you picked up some lean tissue, or you're actually eating more food, getting more calories into your body that your body needs to utilize. If you're 3 to 5 pounds less, or even more than that, that means that you're in a complete caloric deficit, and your body's just cannibalizing whatever it can utilize for energy. Your body measurements is going to be different, in that first 4 to 6 weeks. They're going to be different because you're doing something different. You're taking your body that was not on a set meal plan program. Now you're putting on a set meal plan program. So your measurement is going to be different, because now you are shrinking. And then overall, you're going to feel 1,000 times better. Like, I haven't met one person yet that went from a sedentary life or barely working out life to actually getting their nutrition together. Once they got their nutrition together and got their meals together, and eating all the right food sources, that they didn't feel better. They felt 1,000 times better because they got rid of all this inflammation out of their body from whether it's from sugars or processed foods. So yeah, they feel great. That all happens inside of stage 1. Where things start to get a little tricky at is stage 2. And this is that stage 2 is what we call like that slower fat loss. This stage kind of happens when like all of the when your glycogen storages inside the muscle bellies can no longer help you because they're very low or they're non-existent. So now your body has to tap into breaking down those lipid cells to use as fuel so you can continue on with the activity, with the lifestyle that you're living or the activities that you're doing. But also at the same time, this is the stage where the gurus and the weight loss companies, they beat it like Michael Jackson. All right, they dip sit out on you. They don't want no parts of what's coming after those 6 weeks at all whatsoever. All right, because it's not about a meal plan at this point. It's not about reducing your calories at this point. It now becomes about food psychology. Because what happens after that 6-week window is that everything really does slow down. Like your metabolism is slowing down because you weigh less. Yeah, believe it or not, the less weight you weigh, the slower your metabolism really is. It slows down because you've already experienced a rapid weight loss. So your body makes those adjustments, and like your body is a very efficient tool. It will make the adjustments to what you're doing. Another reason why it slows down is like because you've been on this reduced caloric intake, you start doing, you start cheating on your meal plan. You start eating foods that you haven't been eating for a full 6 weeks, because the nutritional program that you're on or the meal plan that you're on is way too strict. Because they were just giving you something to tell you to eat this instead of teaching you how to eat. So you start cheating on the meal plan. That's another reason why the fat loss slows down inside of stage 2. So everything becomes a little bit more of a challenge. And when I say it slow down, I mean it slow down like a chop and screw mixtape out of Houston. That's how slow things start moving, because burning fat takes a little bit more time. And then we roll into stage 3, which is that weight loss plateau. See, because your body is so freaking efficient, and what it does, it will do more with less. Like, I want y'all to think about this like for a second. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I had one of those grandmas that like everything you needed was in the cupboard. You know what I'm saying? Everything you need was in the cupboard. You can go in the cupboard and you be like, Grandma, ain't nothing to eat. Grandma like, boy, you crazy. Grab me that can of poke beans, grab me 2 hot dogs, and give me a spat of butter. You gonna have some poke beans and weenies. Go in the refrigerator like, Grandma, ain't nothing to eat. Boy, you crazy. Go ahead and grab me that bologna out of there. Grab me that jar of mayonnaise. Give me a little bit of that lard. Put that in the pan. We're going to have fried bologna sandwiches. See, your body operates the same way. It becomes so efficient at taking what you have and giving you the same energy output, but using less fuel. So this is when all the weight loss plateaus start happening. And actually, this is where most people float between stages 2 and 4, because you're at this weight loss plateau. Now you got all these emotions running through you. Like, you got all these emotions because you're stepping on the scale not moving. And the next thing you know, you're like, man, screw it. Let me just go back and do what I was doing. So you go back to a stage 2. Go back to stage 2. You're experiencing like that slow weight loss, but you're cheating on your meal plan, and you're dipping out. You're having a couple of drinks here and there, things like that. So you float between stage 2 and between stages 2 and 4, I should say. But most people get stuck and they quit inside of stage 3, which is that weight loss plateau stage. Like, most people quit during this stage because it gets too hard. Like, it's too much. It's too hard mentally to see the course and stay the course. So what you end up doing is you keep losing, keep gaining, losing that same 5 to 10 pounds. Depending on if you have a hot girl summer, you might be losing or gaining that same 10 to 20 pounds. But most people get stuck inside of that stage, back and forth between stages 2 and 3, or back and forth between stages 2, 3, or 4, which is coming up next. Stage 4 inside this weight loss game is you made a lifestyle change. Like, your body. You really don't need nobody to hold your hand. Like, you know exactly how your metabolism works. You know what foods do and do not work with you. Like, you actually got some new habits. Like, that if you're on meal prep and you try to freestyle this and you're not used to freestyling, you're going to sound like Too Short. And Too Short is a horrible MC trying to freestyle. He can't freestyle at all whatsoever. So your body. Like, this is like a real lifestyle change. Like, you ain't dieting anymore. Like, you don't have meal plans anymore. Like, this is how you eat now. So this is what you do to look the way you look, to feel the way you feel, and to get the results you're looking to get. Stage 4 is the lifestyle change. Like I said, like you ain't dieting anymore. Like you living it. You living out what you used to watch on Facebook and Instagram. Like inside of stage 4, like you know when somebody trying to run game on you. You know the facts about food. Like you know all that. But like I said, most people will float between stages 2 and 4 because they allow their emotions, attach their emotions to what they see in the mirror, or they attach their emotions to what a number say on a scale. They'll do it fully understanding that, man, I could have picked up some lean muscle. You know, I could have picked up some, even though my body looks different, the scale hasn't moved, more than likely I would have picked up some lean muscle here. I just gotta wait for my body to do its thing. Like most people they bounce back and forth between stages 2 and 4 simply because they attach too much emotion to what's happening with their body, attaching way too much what I feel like, attaching way too much what the scales say. This is what I feel like. That scale just tells you an overall number. It don't tell you how much lean tissue you have. It don't tell you how much fat tissue you have. It don't tell you your bone density. Like in order for you to get those true measurements, you got to go do a DEXA scan in order to get that. If you just step on the scale just to get the weight number, you just getting the weight number. Just tell you that number on the scale at that point tells you 3 things. It tells you exactly how much you weigh when you're working out a certain way, when you're eating a certain way, and when you sleep in a certain way. And let me add that 4th and that 5th thing in and how much stress you under. That's all it tells you. Don't tell you nothing else, nothing less, nothing more. That's all it tells you. But that stage 4, like you living it. You truly living it. Now stage 5, that's all about maintenance. Stage 5 is maintenance, like because you got some new habits. You got something, you know some things, and you got some habits. Now it's all about maintaining it. Like you know what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. You know exactly what you need to do to maintain that healthy lifestyle that you've created for yourself. Your whole palate has changed. The stuff you used to eat in stage 1, you can't even stand inside of stage 5. It don't even sound good to you no more. The stuff that you eat inside of stage 5, everybody else want to know how you do that, how you eat the way you eat. They want to know. Like they seriously go like, I can't eat like that. Well, because they haven't been through the 5 stages completely. They haven't been inside of stage 3 when it was an emotional roller coaster, because you're telling yourself you eating everything, you eating all the right stuff, and you've been eating all the right stuff for the last 6 weeks, and you've been eating stuff for the last 6 weeks, and nothing's working. They ain't been through that, because when they hit that adversity, they go ahead and go back to, man, it ain't working. Let me just go ahead and have this cheeseburger. Let me just go ahead and go to Wendy's and get me a BLT. Let me go ahead and go to Arby's and get me a 5 for $5, because they ain't went through that adversity yet. That's self-adversity. So when you hit stage 5, like you have a crystal clear picture of what your life looks like inside of a fit, healthy body, and you just maintain that. Are there times where you go, okay, man, all right, I need to make some changes to where I'm at right now? You're still in stage 5, but you literally go, okay, I need to make some changes to where I'm at now. I want to see X, Y, Z now. Then all you're doing is rinse and repeating these same stages all over again, but you're gonna call them something else because you're not weight loss anymore. They're not weight loss stages anymore, because you have a clear understanding of what weight loss is or what fat loss is. They become something else. You might literally want to go, okay, I want to have a leaner body, or I need to have a stronger body, or I need to have a more endurance capable body. You'll go through a whole nother phases. And when you go through those phases, will your food change some? Absolutely, depending on what you're going to do with yourself. Your food will change a little bit, and the protocol of how you tackle it will change, but your baseline approach would never change. Your baseline approach would never change. You will go through a stage of weight loss. You will go through a stage of slow fat loss. You will go through a stage of weight plateau. You will go through a stage of lifestyle change, and then you'll go through a stage of maintenance. So I hope that, kind of provided some clarity with what you're experiencing throughout this journey that you're going through this journey that you're going through with yourself. So understand that you're going to be in one of those 5 stages. Really go after it from there. Like once you determine what stage you're in, then that will set you up mentally about, okay, this is what I need to do next, because I'm in this stage. This is how I get beyond this stage, because I understand what stage I'm in right now. Let me go ahead and take the necessary steps to get beyond stage 2, because I know I need to get into stage 3. When I get into stage 3, okay, I know this is going to be the emotional part. I ain't gonna see everything that I want to see. All right, let me go ahead and take the necessary steps to get out of stage 3 and get into stage 4. Oh, I'm in stage 4. Cool. I'm where I want to be. Okay, now that I'm inside of stage 4, I got some new habits. I got some new motivation. I got some new inspiration. Let me go ahead and maintain this thing. And that's stage 5. You're maintaining what you just built from the ground up. All right, y'all. That's all I got, man. That's all I got for y'all tonight.